How's everybody doing today? And welcome back to the Star Wars podcast that me and my buddy Will are hosting today. We are talking about episode 3, The Convert of the Mandalorian. And oh man, what an episode. It was an interesting style episode, to say the least.
Yeah,
Will, what are your thoughts?
yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that right off the bat because it really put the Andor in Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know how much of Andor you've seen. How
I've
much have
seen
you seen?
about 5 episodes.
Okay, well, so you get the feel of it. It was very. It felt like you started off Mandalorian and then you went Andor with all of Dr. Pershing's kind of split off story, and then you kind of jump back to the Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
And so it felt very disconnected. I know the episode had two different writers, John and another guy.
Oh wow.
I forget his name. So I feel like John kind of wrote the beginning and end of the episode,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other guy wrote the middle part because it did feel kind of disconnected.
I think another reason why they did that was because, like, I know a lot of people didn't watch Andor just
Hmm.
because they felt like it's just going to be boring. So I
Yeah,
guess they're trying to get more people to watch it. So they
yeah,
they started out with Mando and doing all that cool stuff, get the waters and stuff, and then they're dipping their toes into the espionage style of Star Wars, and then
yeah.
going
Kind of a
back
different
into
format.
Mando, so you can get like a good 10 minutes of Mando
Hmm.
while with the 30 minutes of this new stuff. And I liked it.
Yeah.
I was kind of shocked to see them going that route, but as soon as I
Hmm.
click play and it popped up the what's it called? Like the preview and it showed Dr.
Yeah.
Pershing's from this first season, I was like, okay, that was really cool. And
Yeah,
then
for real. And I really like the cloning storyline they're going on.
mhm, we're
I'm super interested in that.
we're really leaking into Bad Batch. And I haven't seen this episode. I haven't seen this most recent episode of Bad Batch yet, just because I've
Okay.
been busy because spring break and all. But I'll probably get to that at some point today.
Okay. Yeah, you're not missing a ton.
Okay.
People who've seen it, they know. You're not missing the deep stuff, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Uh,
But I feel like they're going to connect Bad Batch and Mando pretty soon.
yeah, especially since Dave has his hands in both.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how he is. But
But I think, yeah,
the
we should.
run
Wait, go
uh,
ahead.
I was gonna say the runtime. It was the longest one
Yeah,
yet.
like what,
50
53 minutes?
I think it was 58.
Dang. Yeah,
58, bro. Yep.
dude,
And of course.
I saw 50 as soon as I turned it on. I was like,
Hmm.
okay,
Oh, I was so excited.
this is going to be a long episode. And yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah.
just perfect. We could just jump into just discussing the episode as it goes. So
Yeah, yeah.
that first episode where he gets the water and they go back to the island, whatever planet they're on with the well, the guild is. I like that. I like
Yeah.
how they just said you're not supposed to be here and all, and then they call Bo-Katan apostate too, since because her clan, I guess, is this what's it like? What's the word for it?
Like Dishonored
Dishonored, yeah, sort of by the
kind of deal.
creed,
Something like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
So and
Yeah, that
then
was at the end of the episode.
oh, that was
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because they did the beginning was they were at the waters, and because that's how it cut off their Mandalorian waters.
oh yeah, that's right.
Bo-Katan's staring out, and she doesn't tell Mando because he's knocked out. He wakes up. She doesn't even tell him about the Mythosaur. She kind of asked, "Do you see anything?" And he said no, and then she just left it at that.
Yeah,
So
that's interesting.
why do you think she didn't tell him that?
I don't know. Maybe not to spook him, but
Yeah, it's hard. There's probably a couple reasons, but maybe because she wants if killing it or riding it, kind of taming it, will earn her more status, then she probably wants to keep it to herself.
mm-hmm.
Could be a reason, but other than that, I don't really know why she didn't tell him.
Yeah, I'm trying to just think of why, but
Hmm.
I don't I can't think of a good reason enough just to like that I like to be accurate on these takes. So,
Yeah,
I guess maybe what you said. And the people
yeah. I
watching
mean,
if you
that's what I'm thinking.
I said people who are watching if you have any takes, let us know in the comments. So, yeah, and then they jump off and then boom, we go to Coruscant, which
Wait,
is
hold on. We get that dogfight scene between Mando's N1, Bo-Katan ship, and then the
oh
Tiener
yeah, I
shippers.
totally forgot about
Yeah,
that. That
yeah,
was
bro.
awesome.
Sick dogfight
That
scene. It
was
was so
great.
cool.
Yeah,
And then
that was fabulous.
Bo-Katan's palace gets blown up.
Yeah, why? Like
Yeah, by TIE bombers.
was that
He,
the that was the Empire, right? Or the
who do you think it was? I don't know. I mean, it was TIE interceptors, one of my favorite ships, TIE bombers. It could have been big rumor going around is it could have been Thrawn's
Ooh.
group that did it, you
Ooh.
know? Because what other Imperials are way out there near Mandalore that would have any interest in Mandalore, you
Yeah.
know?
I like that theory. I like that.
Yeah,
I just thought it
yeah.
was just be like, yeah, then who else would it be? It wouldn't be the Empire because the Empire's already fallen.
Yeah,
So,
because Moff Gideon's locked up, so,
yeah, no one really has
who
ties
knows?
to Mandalorians anymore
Hmm.
except Thrawn.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, so
that's
definitely
the
Thrawn.
best theory.
Definitely
Yeah.
Thrawn. But yeah, that scene was great. And then those TIE bombers were awesome.
Oh yeah, it was a sick dogfight scene overall, and then the TIE bombers blowing up the place, and then it cuts to the Mandalorian intro where you get the episode title, Chapter 19, the convert,
Hmm.
and then straight after that, cut to Coruscant.
Yeah, that was
That
perfect.
was oh, it was perfect. It made me so happy. I couldn't believe it because it'd been so long since we seen it, especially past Return of the Jedi period.
Hmm.
So that was crazy. It was so cool seeing I guess it's the amphitheater wherever they go to watch the shows.
Yeah, I
Is
like that scene that where he's just giving a TED talk.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, exactly. It's getting his little TED
at
talk,
first, I
his
thought
monologue.
the guy walking in or the girl we figure out is I thought
Hmm.
he was Senator Organa, but
Oh, okay,
I don't know if
yeah,
he's dead by now or not. Probably,
I think he might be.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, I this what I as soon as I was listening to that TED talk a little bit more that he was given, I noticed that he was talking about the the higher ups were using his cloning abilities to clone himself for more power, and that
Hmm.
immediately went to Palpatine.
Palpatine, yep.
And that's what else? Who else higher power is going to clone themselves?
Other than Palpatine,
Yeah,
I think Palpatine's as high as you're gonna get.
yeah.
But I mean,
Or Snoke.
I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm so many people want that technology,
Hmm.
like if you could clone yourself or clone a higher being, then you're gonna want access to that technology. So it could have been Palpatine plus some others, but Palpatine's probably the top dog
Hmm.
in that
Do you
scenario.
think he's still like he's cloned himself already and still living, like right now as we speak?
Palpatine?
Yeah,
Let's see. I would think so,
like he's
cause
already cloned
he's
himself at the end of Empire Strikes the Return of the Jedi.
returned. Yeah, I think he's already that's what we're trying to figure out. I think he's already had clones of himself, and they're not the best. They're like tier one
Yeah,
kind of deal.
and then
And
those
so he's
clones turn
probably
into
trying to
more
improve it.
clones.
Yeah, probably
So
trying to improve the technology. If not, what they're trying to access. Dr. Pershing in the first season was trying to access Grogu's DNA, and so maybe he's trying to get that Force sensitive or Jedi or Yoda type DNA
hmm.
to infuse with the Palpatine clones kind of deal to make it more powerful.
Yeah, I just don't kind of think like why would he need more powerful if he's already like a big powerful Sith?
Ooh, Palpatine?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, he's dead.
I know, but if he's cloning
So
himself, he already has Sith abilities.
true.
So wouldn't that just?
Well, I mean, to clone, you can clone beings. It's you can't. The whole deal in Star Wars or in the universe, you can't clone like Force sensitives. It kind of
Oh,
breaks the rules. So
duh.
in order to do that, you're gonna have to take some extra steps, extra precautions
Hmm.
to even be able to do it, and then to even have that clone survive. Like you guys seen in the Rise of Skywalker, like that Palpatine clone with like the claw, or maybe that was Palpatine. Like his body was degenerating.
Hmm.
The Force was like killing it, kind of deal. So
Okay, okay, that makes a lot of
yeah,
sense.
yeah. So that's why I think Grogu comes in. You're gonna need his DNA,
Hmm.
his blood.
So anyway,
But
and then we go into, I guess what's next? What happened after that scene? Just him,
well, then you get the speech, and then he heads back. He hops on the speeder with the droid that won't stop talking, and then
dude.
you
That
head to the amnesty housing or whatever it's called. Which I think that's a really cool concept. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but basically ex Imperials or ex anti rebellion are basically being brought in through the amnesty program to kind of work with the New Republic or for the New Republic.
okay. Because normally, like, yeah, like I don't think these workers are really like for or against. It's whatever they're getting paid to do. So
Hmm.
maybe some will go
Yeah.
against them. But that
And they
girl
had mentioned like deprogramming,
deprogramming, like,
like your ideals, like
oh yeah.
because some of those guys were like ex Imperials.
Hmm. And then we get to that scene where they're all sitting at the table talking with that one girl.
Yeah.
That girl's an interesting character. I really don't know if
Yeah.
like what her ideal is because
What her motive is,
uh
because jumping forward a little bit, they're talking with Dr. Pershing, convince him he needs this tech to do the right thing. Um, you know, that classic doing the right thing is above all protocols. So they go to steal the thing. She ends up turning on him, but why?
yeah, like is she secretly working for more Imperials that are going rogue or Thrawn?
Exactly, like she she clearly isn't pro New Republic, and so she's kind of infiltrated this program.
Hmm.
And maybe she's just maybe she was hired by whoever, either you know Thrawn or Palpatine, something like that, or she was just hired by a third party to take out Dr. Pershing because they don't want that cloning technology to see the light of day.
Yeah, I honestly don't think the New Republic is going to be really that much better than the Empire.
Yeah,
I just feel
that
like
that's what they're kind of hinting at in a way.
yeah, they have a very weird side to it.
I mean, it doesn't last long because by the time you get to Force Awakens, uh, I mean, New Republic is blown up by Starkiller Base. So
Oh wow. Oh yeah. Hey,
yeah,
I gotta rewatch those movies.
yeah. So then it becomes the Resistance,
Yeah.
but up until then, I guess they're doing all right.
And then after that, I guess Star Killer Base was. So it's always just.
Yeah, exactly. On and on.
It's
How'd you
not,
like back to Curzon with the Dr. Person was talking with some of the elites, I guess, whoever they were, and there's a Mon Cala species, and he says something like it's a trap or
yes,
says
yes,
something about a
yes.
trap,
I
bro.
saw that and I was like, that is hilarious. What a
Bro.
perfect little Easter egg they added in there. I thought that was
Yeah, it
great.
was, but also it took me out of the moment for a split sec because I was like, oh, the memes, like
Yeah, they had
that.
to.
I did they?
Yeah.
I
But
mean, I'm fine with it. I don't mind.
but
It was kind of funny, but at the same time, what's the point?
before that ending, I just want to talk about the scene like where they're at the carnival and the
Yeah,
mountain thing. Like,
space lollipops.
yeah, dude, those are cool. I want to try one of those. But like when
Yeah.
they got to the mountain, I thought that was
Hmm.
cool. That whole
That was sick.
like I wonder how big that mountain actually is. Like just how
Exactly.
much because Coruscant is just in and out cities. Like we've
Hmm.
seen in Clone Wars how deep that place goes.
Oh yeah.
And I just there's a lot more to Coruscant that we don't know about.
Exactly. And it's cool because it once was just a normal planet in a
Hmm.
way, and then they turned it into a city. The entire planet is a city, and so you can go. If that's the highest point or the peak, well, there's stuff way higher than that. They weren't on ground level. Like
Hmm.
the skyscrapers go way higher, so you can go way lower down to the undercity. So
And
that was really cool.
with this tease of Coruscant, with this episode, I feel like Mando's gonna be there. Why not?
Mm.
He might,
On Coruscant?
yeah. And then baby Grogu is gonna get the a force feeling to lead him to the temple,
Oh, okay.
and then
I see where we're going.
I
Yeah.
guess there's gonna be something there for him.
It would be really cool shot, similar to Bo back in the previous episode when Bo-Katan and Mando they're walking down the ruined cities of Mandalore. You just get that forward shot of them walking down that place.
Yeah.
So you could get a similar deal with Grogu and Mando walking down the through the temple halls,
Hmm.
just where there used to be so much life and bustling activity and Jedi just reduced to basically nothing.
And then we'll
Just
have
empty.
Grogu have like a flashback where he was during Order 66
Hmm.
and see that hallway that we've been seeing.
Yeah. And fast forward a little bit, like in terms of what we think will happen next episode, I think we're going to get that Order 66 scenes, flashbacks, or
More
not even
scenes?
yeah, not even like sequences, maybe a whole 10 minutes
That would be nice.
dedicated to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And why not have Hayden Christensen in it?
Why not? Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
more content.
I mean, it's a perfect spot for it. Why
Hmm.
not?
And
Um,
I feel like if Grogu goes into the temple, maybe he'll get his own calling to a kyber crystal that's been left.
okay.
Like maybe it was his, at
Yeah,
the time of
back in the
Order
day.
66, and then he's just like he has some sort of force moment where the crystal leads him to it,
Hmm.
and he
That would be
gets
pretty
it, and
cool.
then becomes the Mandalorian Jedi. So
I know Dave Filoni is him and John wrote the next episode. And so John basically wrote all these episodes, 1 through 8, and
hmm
then for episode 4 and episode I believe 6, it might be 7, Dave co-wrote those with him. So those two are gonna be the special ones.
hmm
So episode 4, and anytime Dave writes or directs something, usually Ahsoka's in it, because if Ahsoka's gonna be in it, he's gonna have his hands on it, either writing, directing, something like that. So you could even see Ahsoka in the next one, or just this Order 66 flashback scenes.
or we get some live action clones, like helmets off, talking.
Yeah, you like Tamora's face.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe
I mean,
Rex, maybe
okay,
maybe a Bad Batch character,
yeah. I
but
mean, the door's open.
and we
I've
know
been just
we
saying.
already know what the next episode's gonna be called is the Foundling.
Is it?
So yeah, that's what that's what I read on Twitter. So
Dang. Dude, then I'm telling you, they're gonna go back. If it's called the Foundling, that's literally Grogu,
yeah,
or it could be about Mando, because he was a foundling.
yeah, but they call Grogu Foundling when
True.
he's getting his armor.
Yeah, and combine that with the fact that Dave's writing the next one with
Yeah,
John, I I feel like we're going back.
yeah. This
Um,
is gonna be a great episode, and
I'm so
I
excited.
hope like you turn on it's like an hour two.
Yeah,
That would be by far the best thing that could happen.
I think an hour's a little stretching it.
But
I
why
think,
not? All these shit like
yeah, I got you. I know. But
they're
I mean, I was sitting here. The past one, I was sitting there watching. I was like, I hope this Dr. Pershing stuff pays off. Like, I
hmm
hope we get. It's not just this is all you get for this season. I hope there's more Pershing and more of that one. Forget the girl's name, but the one that electrocuted him.
hmm that
I
yeah
hope that
that
storyline continues.
yeah maybe not next episode but the next one,
Hmm.
and
Take a quick break.
and then their paths will meet, and then they'll finish off the season. Because what
Yeah.
we have, how many more episodes we have? Four,
There's 8 total, so
five.
5 more.
Okay,
5 more.
yeah,
5 more.
definitely we could have another full episode with that, and then leaking into the two more with both of all of them together.
What? So what do you think about that at the end of the episode with the girl basically trying to kill him or destroy his brain or cause him to become a vegetable? Like,
Yeah, I think that's just more of her plan. Maybe
mhm.
not to kill him, but to re introduce herself to him as a good guy, and then
Okay,
like not completely wipe his
like
brain.
memory, like memory wipe kind of,
Yeah, like wipe
in
his
short term.
brain for the past like week, and
Hmm.
then re-meet him, and then get more information out of him. Go a different route of what more she needs, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
No, yeah, I got you. I'm just trying to figure out her motive still. Like, I have no idea other than what we had previously talked about. Maybe it's Thrawn or someone working with the Empire. She could still just be working with the Empire or the
Yeah.
remnants of it and kind of infiltrating.
Do you think
Or a scary thought,
do you think we'll see
she's
Moff?
working for the New Republic.
Ooh, that could be
But
good.
that's kind of far fetched, but we'll see.
Do you think we'll see Moff getting in again?
Yes, I hope so at least. I mean, I don't see why not. I'm shocked we haven't seen him yet. I mean, we're only 3 episodes in, so there's plenty of time.
It feels
But
like
I think we
forever,
will.
but
I
that's
think
also
you,
been 3 weeks. So
yeah, and they might try to, like, you might get a little Imperial breakout, try to break him out, or they can go the route where he changes his ideals and philosophies and um, works with the New Republic or Mando or Grogu kind of deal.
hmm
But I think you'll see him again.
or what about we could see like at some point in the season, probably near the end, we get to see Harrison Ford back as Han, but like deep faked with
That's
Chewie.
not a thing.
Maybe because this is
Uh,
before the Resistance.
okay, yeah, but where would you see him at? What
At
would
the
bring him
very
into the
end,
show?
something would happen with pirates and stuff. Because like we
You
have
see
to.
the Falcon fly over and then it's Han inside.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
I just thought of that. I thought of. I'm looking at the posters behind me. I'm just like,
Oh yeah.
we have to see like the fall of Ben Skywalker at some, but yeah, Ben
Yeah.
Solo at some
I,
point.
I think we will see that. I don't know if this is the show for it
Yeah,
kind of deal, yeah. But
I don't know. That just popped in my mind. I don't know. I just want to know your thoughts on that. But
yeah, I would be more in the disagreeing sense
a,
that we see
a,
Han.
a scene that was really cool I thought of was when they were going to the Star Destroyer and just looking at it in that junkyard.
Oh yeah,
That was a great scene.
yeah, and to see multiple of those, the whole demilitarization in the
Hmm.
Empire, where they're just like throwing that stuff away, scrapping it. They're not even using it.
But
You
they
know?
should use it because maybe if they do use it, the First
Yeah,
Order never does. The First Order
yeah.
never forms.
The first order. From a logistical standpoint, of course, you would use it, but I guess from their whatever moral or ethical code they're attempting to follow, they don't want to use that imperial tech. But
The
there's
biscuits. You got to save the biscuits though.
yes, yes, the little
Those look
biscuits.
so gross. They got to be so stale. But that
Maybe you'll get to try one someday.
the scene, yeah, at what's it called? Star Wars Land in
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Galaxy's Edge.
yeah. But
Yeah.
I do like to see when he's working and like they're just bringing in these CDs to delete and stuff like that.
hmm
That
So that, yeah,
they're just
that was
basically
very
torturing. I feel like that's torturing for all these
slowly.
Imperials.
Yeah,
That's their motive is to com- slowly deteriorate these Imperials, ex-Imperial workers.
mundane work.
Yeah, just 9 to 5.
That was that's the moment, especially that it clicked for me that oh, this is very similar to Andor. Um, just the seeing the cubicles with people working, and then this character, Dr. Pershing, who's highly intelligent and highly motivated, reduced to this mundane, almost meaningless work to just that a robot could do. You would think an AI could do, and he's just having to do that to pay his dues. But he still wants to do what he believes in, what he's passionate about. And that was very similar, or almost paralleling Cyril Carnes, I believe his name, one of the officers from Andor, and kind of his path throughout the show, his journey. I don't want to spoil it too much because I know you
Okay.
haven't gone in
Yeah.
too much in, but you'll notice the parallels, and that's why a lot of people I think are calling this the Andor episode of the Mandalorian.
Yeah, it definitely felt like an Andor episode, but with a Mandalorian camera view or camera
hmm
style. Because Andor and
Yeah,
Mandalorian have completely different uh recording style. Like not like
like
style, but
directing.
like format. Like it looks completely different. Like while you're watching it, like from the view of the camera recorded lens is
hmm
different than from Andor and Mando.
Okay, and even
Because
the scores are like it's still Star Wars. It's scores, but the score is different. The directing is different. The sets are different. It feels different.
they use the volume for Mando, right? And
Yeah.
no volume for Andor.
Nope,
That's
not
probably
once.
another. That's probably another reason. So
Yeah, all those sets in Andor were like hand built or shot on location or
I like that.
that kind of deal. hmm
Yes, the volume
it
can
was
be
very
nice,
nice.
but for Andor's sake, it works.
Oh yeah, yeah, 100%.
I do kind of hope they do more to build sets because I feel like it looks a little bit better. But I guess like for the
Those.
volume, they can't build these giant um decaying buildings like on Mandalore. So I guess
Yeah,
they just have to work with what they have. But
they're doing a good job. Like the Mando
absolutely,
still
yeah.
looks well, but there are times where I'm like, oh, I can kind of tell the background. Like, oh, that's obviously the volume, but
Like if
for the
they
most
like when
part,
they go to
it worked.
Navarro or something like that, they could easily build that
Yeah, yeah, build the city streets and whatnot.
and make it look a little bit nicer. But that's just my take. I like the
Still looks good.
yeah. But all right, you trying to wrap it
I'd
up?
agree with you. Yeah, bouncing back to the end of the episode, you mentioned it at the beginning, but Bo-Katan cleansing herself and kind of joining the group, joining the covert, as they
Hmm.
call it. How do you feel about that? Do you think she'll remove her helmet?
I don't think she will because I think she'll
Mm,
realize how loving they are to each other. I think that's how
yeah.
yeah like. But if you remove it, they'll hate you. So I think she'll like she hasn't felt that way in a while. So I think
hmm
she'll stick with that until
Yeah, she's
until she realizes that the Creed's evil, and then
yeah,
they'll go on a rampage. And then I think at the end of the season, Mando will still remove his helmet because he will.
yeah. I think yeah, he probably will.
Because I just don't see the Creed surviving. You gotta
I think
have
you can see her agreeing with them for a little bit,
mm-hmm,
but maybe not sticking around full term.
because she'll probably say we got to go back to Mandalore, and they're like, no, we're not. So, and then that's where she's like, y'all are stupid. We remove our
Yeah.
helmets, and then a civil war will break out, and boom,
Yeah.
season 5.
Oh, Mandalorian factions at war.
That would be a cool episode. That would be a really good. Just a bunch of Mandalorians fighting.
Oh yeah, I think that's what you could be building to, and so Bo-Katan's gonna get a little feel for this group, and then fight with another group or for another group against another
There
group. Who
has to be
knows?
more Mandalorian groups out there.
Oh yeah, there is, and then you still got Boba that's just like running around doing his things.
Yeah, but he's a clone though,
Yeah,
so
yeah, I know, yeah, but
foundling.
you still gotta kind of throw him into the conversation.
Yeah, I have this little like old book this talking about like different Star Wars characters, and on Boba Fett and Jango Fett it says these Mandalorians bounty hunters. I'm like, okay, but also that was made
That's
in
a shame.
early 2000s where none of this
Oh,
stuff ever existed yet. But
outdated.
there was just 6 movies, so
Yeah.
all right. What are your ratings for it?
Rating. Oh, so I say the Andor part has grown on me. At first, I didn't love it, but I put it at an 8 out of 10,
Okay, I was gonna give
and
it
then
a 6.5.
6.5. Okay, so I liked it a lot more. I liked I liked it probably more than the past two.
Mm-hmm.
And some of that might be the length of the episode. It was nice seeing a solid 58 minutes, 55, I guess, with credits and all that.
Yeah.
But it was better than the Bad Batch. I've been comparing Mando and Bad Batch, and this is the first episode of Mandalorian that beats the Bad Batch.
Oh
So,
wow, I feel like Bad Batch is this episode's a filler because it has what's her name in it. I saw
oh,
the
yeah, I
treasure
forget her
hunter
name
girl.
too. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
But
It's more of a quote unquote filler.
yeah,
It was funny because they dropped Mandalorian the first 2 episodes, and they dropped like two of the best Bad Batch episodes along with it.
now we're like
But now they,
expecting better, but
yeah,
we're coming
but
to a close on Bad Batch, so hopefully
hmm
we'll have some good reactions to those. But yeah,
yeah,
I say 6.5 just because I was expecting more Mando, and then they went in that route, and I had to change my whole thought
yeah,
process. So like, it
yeah.
was still a great episode, but I will love a little bit more Mando.
I hope it pays off. I hope there's more to this storyline because I love that cloning storyline. It was good to get back to
Yeah,
Doctor Pershing.
yeah, it's important. These cloning stuff.
Yeah,
If not a
but
lot of,
that's what's very
if you
good.
just want to see Mandalorians fighting and not doing a lot of stuff, then I guess we're going in a route that they might not like. But I like seeing all this stuff, especially watching all the Clone Wars. You
hmm
want to know more, and then after the Kaminoans planet died, or it got destroyed, so
True.
I want to see more Kaminoans in person, well, in live
Yeah,
action.
for real. And that I wanted to see more Camino, but that's kind of
Maybe they
pushed.
could go back, have a Water Wars episode.
Water Wars episode, yes. Part two, running back. That would be sick. That
Yeah.
would be perfect.
And as always, we have to go back to the void, but we gotta say that in every
Yes.
episode.
Yeah, we
Have
do.
some way tied into the void.
Sunny Day in the Void, but with Mando.
It's pretty much all the Tatooine stuff. So, alrighty, I think that will wrap it up for this episode. 28 minutes of good content right there. If you guys have made it this far, make sure to drop a rating, and if you have anything you'd like to say to us, make sure to drop a comment. And as well, if you want to see more, why not subscribe and turn on the notifications so you'll know every time when we drop a podcast, because we enjoy doing this, and if we can get some feedback on this to know what we could do better, that would be fantastic, because we're new to this. We don't really know what to do. Really, we're just winging it, and I think we've been doing a pretty good job, but that's from our standpoint. So if we could get the outside people's reactions to it, that would be nice. So yeah, anyway, my name's Fit to Callahan, and that's Will, and we will catch y'all next week. Have a good week.
Yes, sir.